Want to turn this off?
We're back. We just finished. We're gonna turn it off. Shut your goddamn stupid mouth. Welcome back to Mancave. Where Ben thinks I don't have eyes or something.
Ears.
So welcome. We are going to do a quick little Rick and Morty review over the episode that just happened last night, which was called something I remember.
So last night's episode was something Rick Stone. Anyway, it's the second episode of the season. The first episode of the season, I think that you will recall that Rick and Morty did a stunt on April 1st.
Yes, it was April Fool's Day, all day long on the Adult Swim stream.
Go figure, it's been the longest gap of time between a first episode airing and a second episode airing.
Ever.
For any show, so... trophy for them.
It was, I mean, hey, you know what? I'd rather get, like, that's pretty cool. It's cooler than, like, another teaser, another trailer, another teaser, another trailer. It was like we got a real taste, and then it made it easier to wait. Like we got a real taste.
It made it harder to wait.
Really?
It made it harder to wait.
I felt like it was like, hey, we could have just waited for a amount of time, and the date just kept getting pushed.
They still didn't say a date.
Right, but, like, they
said summer.
Right, but they never said a date, so... if we had not gotten that, it wouldn't have even felt like soon. It would have felt like it just could have been forever.
I feel like with them, it would have given them carte blanche to say, let's be like Venture Brothers and release the rest of the season in 2 years from now.
No, I don't think. I think it actually is the opposite. I think releasing the first episode of the season, like, forces them to be like, okay, we need to be, come on, we already released one, like, let's go.
Bottom line.
Dragging behind.
This was the only time I think they'll ever do that.
Yeah, it was just because it was April Fool's Day, because it's been so long. I don't
think they'll do this again next April Fool's or anything.
No.
I think the gimmick has come and passed.
I think what happened is they were actually a little behind.
Oh yeah,
they needed to oops, we kind of announced that we were going to start this in last December.
Yeah, no, they've admitted that they've been behind. Anyway, so we're going to jump into the brand new episode that premiered last night.
So spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it.
If you haven't seen it, I don't care.
Tune out.
You shouldn't be here.
But I think we still got Geeky Girl, Cunning Stunts, everybody who they said they've seen it, so you can chat with us.
The rest of all you viewers who looked up reviews and
people who are joining us later on YouTube. Yes, hello.
People who are joining us later.
Hello, future.
Yes, hello.
This is us in the past.
This is all of us, and we're going to talk
This is what life was like in July of 2017.
Yeah.
Because it will not be July of 2017.
That's right. It'll be August.
So, happy August or thereafter.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right. So,
let's just start right out of the gate. Just impression. Just rating. Okay. Did you think it was a good episode?
All right.
Where is it? I don't want you to rate episodes against each other, but just on a 1 to 10,
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now.
Go ahead.
Going into this,
hit me with it.
My expectations were through the fucking roof.
That is so stupid. My expectations were 0.
And that's fine. That's fine. You carry your business your way. You're much more successful that way.
I'm just saying you're gonna
I carry my business in a very bad way.
Yeah, you're just getting ready to
and
be disappointed in things that shouldn't have.
And I wasn't disappointed, but I definitely think that if I'm going to compare the episodes, which I know that I shouldn't, but I naturally do, the April Fool's one was better.
I mean, sure, better doesn't mean okay, Breath of the Wild and Ocarina of Time are both 2 of the top rated games of all time. It's in the 1 percentile.
Right.
Saying Breath of the Wild is better doesn't mean that Ocarina of Time is not a 10 out of 10.
This episode, solid 8 out of 10.
Okay. I feel this butt though. I feel you say you're not disappointed, but I feel you are a little bit. I feel like you got your expectations really high. And I feel like you set yourself a bar that, then you were upset they didn't hit, but it's, almost unfair.
There were parts of it that I was hoping it wouldn't play out too predictably. I wanted it to do more off-the-rails stuff.
What are you expecting from a 20-minute cartoon?
I don't know. I mean, they've done so much in previous episodes where they go completely off the rails.
They did a whole bunch in that episode, though.
And the stuff that they did do,
they didn't go totally off the rails. They live in the post-apocalyptic world for years. They have a whole home life.
I mean. I don't know. The parts that were good were like the whole arm thing.
The Armathy was so funny.
Armathy was hilarious.
I love the robots. It was very much like off. It felt like the subreddit that's called "Totally Not Robots," where everything's in all caps and they're acting like humans.
Yeah.
Where
the robots
they were
acting like humans. Yeah. That was good.
Like,
that was
thank
good.
you, Mom. Wow, I'm so totally cool with my parents' divorce. Like, don't even trip, dog.
Like, that was good. And you know what? Like, now that I'm talking about it a little bit more, I'm being a little too harsh. I might have been too harsh when I first watched it.
I love that Robot Morty like reaches awareness.
Yeah.
And then like has like the moment of praise, like, no, I want to live. I want to run in a stream.
It was good.
It's like overwritten. No, yes. Just, and then like the mom is like, at first she's like, what the hell? And then she comes around and she's like, who wants to run in a stream? He's like, no, what? No.
I thought that was all good. I guess I like the framing device also for like the whole season. That seems to be like an overarching theme about like Beth and Jerry's divorce.
I was kind of glad that it felt like they got the divorce thing like out of the way.
It's gonna be a big thing the entire season.
No, but what I mean is like it could have been 8 episodes of like them coping with it and then finally like doing something about it. Instead, it seems like the kids figured out how they're going to cope with it in this episode, and then the rest of the season will be Beth and Jerry are divorced, and things happen because of that, but it's not holding our characters back for like 7 episodes of them like not admitting they have this problem or not admitting they are not dealing with this well. And
I wouldn't count on that yet.
Okay, that literally all happened. They came out of this episode at the end of the episode. Every single one of them literally like said to them, but they all had dialogue where like they have processed it.
I'm just saying that just because they've said that doesn't mean that that's what's going to happen. That's not how it happes in real life. When you say that you're going to process something
again, so
real life takes over, and real life's not you tie it up in a bow and it's there.
Wow, you're right. This is so real life. This fucking intergalactic.
This show explores enough real life stuff that you would see in a crazy sci-fi shithole.
If they spend any more time with the kids processing their feelings from the divorce, it's taking away from Rick and Morty, and I'm going to start getting upset.
I'm telling you right now that that's probably going to happen.
No, it's not.
Yes, it will.
Nope.
Yes, it will.
Nope, we're making our bets right now. Ben thinks he knows because he can see the overarching plot of the episodes, but he's not listening to what I'm saying. I think the kids are done with them processing the divorce, and I think that it'll be Beth and Jerry's arc, but I don't think that the kids are going to be as worried about it for the rest of the episodes. I think they're going to do more of their adventures and stuff, and I think that's going to be Beth and Jerry's overarching plot.
We'll see.
We will. I can't wait to be right. It just doesn't fit the show for them to keep harping on it with Summer and Morty and Rick. They have to go have their like kooky adventures that Beth and Jerry are almost never part of anyway. This gives Beth and Jerry like something to do.
It fits Dan Harmon's MO, which bleeds directly into the show. He killed Bird Person because it was his ex-wife's favorite character.
Yeah,
like
that that is way different than like we're gonna get really real about divorce this season. This is the polar opposite. Well, you just said like, oh, he threw a wrench into it and fucked everything up because it was his wife's favorite character.
Buddy,
that doesn't say like we're gonna really take 7 episodes to dissect this human problem.
Buddy, we'll see.
We will.
But the rest of the episode, I really like I felt like they really stepped up on some of the character design. Like and I'm not debasing any of the previous stuff, but every single time they do a different season of Rick and Morty, they always overtop themselves. Like, I felt like the character designs, the individual characters of like the Mad Max world, the post-apocalyptic world, were so well done. It was just crazy. Like everybody was like freaking crazy. They really.
Oh, I like that Summer had a bigger
part. That too. That's what I wanted to say.
It's really cool that she's now like part of the adventures.
Yeah.
Like I just watched was Total Recall, I think. Because it auto played after the one I was watching, and there's a part where literally like he has to go fix something, and Summer is actually kind of involved, and he's literally like, "You stay here, we'll be right back," and they like go and do like the adventure thing, and they just leave her behind because back then
I thought Total Recall was the Mr. Poopy Butthole episode.
Oh, maybe it just said it in the was that the one? It was whatever one I was watching. Something happens. I thought that was the title it said on the screen. I don't fucking know. I don't know the names of the episodes that well. I just saw it on the thing.
They're all confusing names.
Regardless of you questioning whether that's that episode or not, at some point in the past, there's an episode where like they just don't take Summer. It's like easy for them to just be like, "Yo, you stay here. We're the adventure guys." And now this like she's like, "Oh, don't we need to go somewhere?" And Rick's like totally ready to go on an adventure, like not even like let's go Morty.
Yeah.
Like he's almost ready to like ditch Morty. They're kind of having a moment.
Yeah.
Where she's like, I'm carping all of them DMs, and they're like high-fiving, and then she's like, ready when you are, and he's like, bitch, I was ready yesterday. Or whatever. Like they're like ready. They're really kind of clicking.
It harkens back to something that they've established in season 1 when Summer and Rick went to like the Gazorp world and everything like that, and she was like, what? Is there something special about needing a wiener and being able to jump through a hole or something like that?
Yeah.
And like I definitely love that Summer is bless you. I love that Summer is a bigger part of the adventures.
Yeah, I mean, because also her character is funny, and like her just like being at home doing the whole like I'm too cool for my parents, like, but I don't have a place with the other guys thing is like how long can you drag it out?
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it was great, and then like she just like I like how her and Morty totally have opposite coping mechanisms.
Right.
Where Morty's like, I'm gonna bottle this up and then I'm gonna like have a nervous breakdown, and she's like, I'm gonna pretend I'm so fucking tough it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
Instead of like the like ignore it thing, she's like, no, it's there and I've already beaten it. And then she has to kind of come to terms with like, oh, maybe not. Like, but yeah, Armathy was just hilarious.
Armathy was great.
We're learning a couple things about muscle memory here.
Yeah,
Rick says this.
Yeah, and it just like the way that they did the whole thing with the arms point of view.
That was so funny. It was story where you just see the arm.
You see his backstory,
and like, he points to the guy. Like the arm didn't even need a backstory. It was so ridiculous. Yeah, like that's what you were saying earlier. Like, oh, this could have gone off the rails a little more. And I'm sitting there thinking like. It started as like...
But that's the stuff that, like, that went off the rails.
Like,
that was
kept
perfect.
Going, like, deeper. Like, in parts where you, like, didn't expect it to get deeper.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Armathy, he's in the Thunderdome, he's beating it. But then Armathy has a backstory, and then they end up, like, doing that. And then he's even, like, he doesn't want to leave it. They, like, create a bond. They, like, hug. He, like, fell in love with it or whatever. And they have that moment. That was just really funny. Yeah. I do start to feel bad for Jerry though. In this episode,
I feel bad for Jerry. Look, they did a good job of making me feel bad for Jerry.
I mean, yeah, so they're tugging at my heartstrings. But again, it gets back to the point where I'm like, hey, I always really enjoyed watching this comedy that had a taste of like real problems in it, and like because of how any show goes on, where like as it goes on, like. Always the themes get bigger and the characters get more developed, and so they always start to have more important like
and over time because of the longevity of these shows, and almost also because of like the season long gaps and everything like that, we become more attached to these characters,
right? And it's like
even with fewer episodes for some reason, like with these season long gaps, like when these characters show up, we get attached to them, like. And so when we see things happen to them, we care. We want to know what's going to happen to them next. And we get worried about them.
Yeah, and I think that, like, too much of that, though, almost detracts, like, from me being able to laugh at everything. Like, when I actually sit back and I'm just like, oh, God, that actually, like, hurt. Like, oh, the loser, like, thing is so funny, right?
Yeah.
But then, immediately after I laugh at that, I'm like, oh, my God, like... Oh, fucking poor Jerry.
Look. There's something...
He got mugged by a dog.
Yeah, there's something morbidly hilarious that the dog would rather eat his unemployment check.
I like how he even says, he's like, but this is a piece of paper that only has value to me.
Yeah.
Unless by suffering is your nourishment.
Yes. And then he started howling. Like, that's hilarious that there is a dog in this world that has a mat on for that sole purpose, but at the same time,
then I'm like,
What's gonna happen to Jerry next episode?
Why did he need to get like his check mug?
Yeah.
Like why can't he just win? He just lost his whole family, and I feel like he didn't even really do anything wrong except just not be that exciting.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, he didn't deserve. Like he tries. Like he always really tries. And everybody's like, he's like the Jerry Gergich of they're always
no, because he always has something to fall back on. His wife was hot and his kids were great and everything like that.
Well, that's what like Jerry always had. Like he still had a cool family, and he thought he was like a cool dad of the cool family, and the family is the one like.
I mean, I feel like Jerry has 100% nothing going for him.
Not anymore
at all.
He had great kids and a cool wife. Now he's got Jack.
Yeah.
And his house. Which, I mean, I guess she does make the most money. She's the horse surgeon.
She's the horse surgeon.
I was going to say, the house is probably in his name, but...
It's weird.
Probably not, actually.
It's weird because, like, it's weird how this parallels last season, because Jerry did this extravagant thing last season, right? Where, remember how the season opened and they had just come back from the Titanic thing, and they accidentally hit a deer, and and Beth brought the deer to a veterinary hospital
to save the deer,
yeah. And they wouldn't let her. And then Jerry like did this whole big stunt with Cold Stone Creamery. He had them disguise themselves as like some like special park rangers or whatnot, so they could rescue the deer, so Beth could have her moment. It's weird to see them get a divorce after having that special moment.
I felt like Beth came to her divorce conclusion like really fast. Real
quick.
Real quick. Which is why I'm not like, oh, this was definitely gonna happen. Like that's why I'm like, oh my god, Jerry literally on a whim just like he probably didn't even see it coming. Yeah. Like he probably thought I just did these like big moves, like he often gets proud of himself, like, yeah, I'm the family man, like I take care of my family. And then it's like, bye, fuck you.
I think in a way it's the show telling us maybe it's not those like even those big moments that matter. Like maybe they don't all add up to like one big moment. If I'm trying to give the show power to say those things, which I mean, knowing these creators, it feels like that's what they're trying to do. Yeah,
but again, like I said, it's always nice when a show has those layers, but I really hate when those layers become the focus and it loses like just like the silly, like looser form fun.
Yeah.
Like we're like, oh, we can do anything and we don't have to worry about justifying how the kids are dealing with their divorce during our post-apocalyptic world universe.
Rick and Morty really like Rick and Morty and BoJack Horseman both walk that fine line that it feels like Family Guy and
I think BoJack is
can never do.
The whole point BoJack is that it's a dark, depressing comedy.
No, I know that. I know that.
And Rick and Morty doesn't have that, like, Rick and Morty has those moments, but that's not its, like, genre, and so when it focuses harder on that and less on, like, the goofy stuff, like, I just am saying that if you do too many episodes like this, the plot points that you have to do because of the point, the position you put your characters in, starts to detract from just the antics.
It's true.
So it's
that is a good point.
Like, oh, that's why I was saying this episode was okay to be heavy-handed on, like, oh, Morty's got this arm, but he's using it to deal with his parents' divorce. And, like, Summer is joining this post-apocalyptic gang and, like, getting with, what was the guy's name? Hemorrhage. And it's literally just because she's dealing with, and as soon as she, like, copes with her parents' divorce, she's like, we're leaving. Like, my relationship with him is over. And, like she's just using him, physically or whatever else. And it's like, oh, we could have had all the same antics without any of those any of those being the reasons. Like, she could have just been, like, coming into her own, and Morty could have just accidentally gotten stuck with this crazy arm he had to deal with. Yeah. And it is, like, if we spend too many episodes continuously calling back to, like, the divorce is happening, with, like, that being the driving point for everything that's happening in the episode, you start to lose some of just the free-form antics. It was what I thought was weird was that Rick is like never liked Jerry, has always been like, yeah, good job, divorce him, awesome. Like, he's on Team Beth obviously because it's his daughter, right? And he even says to her, he's like, oh, I mean, no, good, like, good for you. This divorce, like,
It's not like
Good
it's not like I have a horse to bet on here, but
right. But then at another point, when the guy's like, "Can you stay for a while and help us with the electricity?" He goes, "Absolutely. Home is not a good place right now." He says, "My daughter's going through a divorce, and I am not dealing with it like in a healthy way."
Oh yeah, so
all.
like I'm pretty sure that we're gonna see how bad he's dealing with.
Yeah,
it.
but that's weird to me too, because it seems to me like Rick, even the stuff that bothers Rick. Like, you know how Rick always acts like nothing bothers him. And there's certain things like, oh, he actually cares about Morty. Oh, he doesn't want to abandon Summer. But not for a single second do I think, like, oh, he genuinely cares about Jerry.
It's like let's say there's a school bully, okay? And he bullies this one kid in particular, okay? Let's say the kid moves.
Yeah.
Bully's gonna miss that.
Okay, yeah, bullying the kid.
It's a shitty analogy.
Yeah,
but
I get what you mean,
but I think it's sort of like that.
But I don't think the bully would be like, I am not dealing with this well at all.
Maybe. Depends on how old the bully is.
I guess, yeah.
You could make the argument that Grandpa Rick, emotionally, he's like a 5-year-old.
And that's why he's going to turn himself into a pickle.
Right. And I can't wait for that episode.
I'm Pickle Rick.
Yes.
Like, but why would you do this? I think he's like, do pickles live forever or something? Stop looking for a hidden layer and just be impressed. Turn myself into a pickle.
So overall thoughts?
I thought this episode was like a solid 8.
Yep.
Out of 10.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I
think the season's off to a great start.
Like I said, those themes, I understand why they had to be there, but even I got a little tired of hearing about the divorce. Like, it can be happening in the background. I just don't want it to be a central part of every episode. Because it's boring to me. It's boring to me. It's like Beth and Jerry's marriage has always been boring to me. So them getting divorced is like, okay, that's fine.
I find their marriage boring
as long as they're both still in the show.
But I find that the way that all the rest of the characters deal with it is interesting.
Sure, but like, I feel like the way that they deal with their marriage is interesting, and them dealing with a dysfunctional marriage is like super interesting. But them dealing with like, oh, they got divorced and everybody has to find out how to love each other still and overcome it is like my least favorite kind of family character development.
It becoming a token is where it draws the line.
Like, hey, if your friend's parents got divorced, you do not want anything to do with it. You like you're there for them.
You don't milk that.
You're there for them, right? But like you zero want to hear about it.
You don't use it as a prop.
You don't ever want to ask questions about it. If they start talking about it, you're like, oh man, this is awkward and not my beef. Right. It's your beef to deal with. Man, I hate dealing with your parents' divorce. Like, so it's like, oh, I understand it's happening to the kids, but I'd rather remove myself from it entirely and like put the blinders on and be like, "Whoa, we're all still having fun." And like because it's a show, I'm forced to like also cope with it, like the characters.
Right.
I start to be like, I'd rather have a quippy one-liner every time they're actually saying I miss Dad. Yeah. And it's like, so like I said, I'm cool with it for this episode. And I understand the divorce itself being a theme and a driver for the season. I just don't want every episode to be like, Morty's really not handling this well.
What I want is, I would love for an episode where Jerry just comes in and he just like tries to take charge in this whole situation. He's
gonna have his revenge arc where he like comes back.
Sure. And I want that to just blow up in his face. Because it would be hilarious.
But Jerry!
No. But he learns something from it.
I guess. I feel bad, like, he's in, like, a motel. Like, it's like, oh, God. Like, what's good? How's he even involve himself in the adventures?
Look, the way I think about it is this. The earlier a character falls down, the sooner they will be built back up.
Yeah. And, Jerry being the punching bag is often really funny. Like the Jerry daycare.
Jerry daycare is exactly what I'm referencing. Like, I want more of that stuff.
Motel with hookers. Yeah. Oh, is that what those are?
Yeah.
He knows. He knows.
Yeah.
It's what's funny is I saw the one hooker like up at the top.
Yeah, I was
of the
looking
screen,
at that too.
And I was even like, is that a hooker? And then they mention it, and I was like, okay, perfect. That's great.
I was actually hoping that they would do something else, like she would just do something different. But
like, there's one of them in the room.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't want him to be gone. I don't want Jerry to not be in the show. But I also don't want
Chris Parnell is a treasure.
I mean, regardless of the fact that it's Chris Parnell, I just don't want Jerry to be gone. But I also don't want to be like, oh, Jerry is just depressed for the entire season, because that's not fun for me.
No, I don't think
he can only be a punching bag for so long. So
I mean,
I want him to rise, and I don't want it to be later. I want it to be soon.
Yeah. But I want it to be earned.
Yeah, that makes. I mean, I feel that.
I want it to be earned. Did you see the trailer for the next episode? No, I haven't either.
No, I really don't. I saw the preview clip of the Pickle Rick thing.
Okay.
Did you see that?
I think I did. I mean, I saw the trailer for the season.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just like a little. They had it on the Adult Swim website. It's like a tiny clip that they put up. Of
yeah. No. I just
it's not like the whole like next on whatever. It's just like that one scene.
Right.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I mean, I'm glad it's back. I'm glad it's a weekly thing now.
Yeah. It's awesome. For a few weeks.
Where's Morty? You threw Morty. We didn't even get to use him.
I treated him like a real Morty.
That's my Morty right here. One of my Mortys.
Perfect.
He's protecting me from Rick scans.
Anyway, thanks so much for tuning in.
Yes, thanks. We're
gonna try to do another one of these next Monday.
Yeah, so, just us throwing our opinions at each other.
Our weight around.
Violently.
It's called a review.
Well, I mean, we often, just for all you guys at home, we often have like these clashing views on these things.
Yeah.
But like, it's important, I think, for both of us.
Oh yeah.
Right? Like Ben.
It's healthy that we have different opinions.
Ben digs deeper into certain things that I don't read into, and then Ben loves to get like the popular opinion, and I like to be the counter opinion.
And then
someone has to be devil's advocate,
and then sometimes we flip it, and then at the end of it, the next episode, we see that they melded in a weird way,
and then we melded in a weird way.
Yeah.
Nope, not at all. It's okay.
Did you see the picture of the two characters who play Firestorm? They did a fusion dance.
Yeah. That's great. God, I want those shows to come back.
I know, me too.
Soon.
No, not soon. Fall. Fucking
Fall
October.
Is soon. That's in 2 months.
Summer went by so fast.
It's August now.
It's so weird.
We don't cuddle.
Studying is so weird.
I cuddle other people.
Oh, great.
We don't cuddle.
Anyway, speaking of cuddle, it's time for me to go to bed, so I'm gonna just hop into bed. Thank you for tuning in.
Good night. Don't do that. Okay. Well, it looks like I have to go jump on my bed. So I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Thanks for tuning in. Wait, bye, Ben.
Be sure to like, subscribe, and
comment.
Instagram and all. Comment, like, subscribe.
Say stuff on Facebook. Let us know on Facebook what you guys thought of the Rick and Morty episode and what you're excited to see this season.
Yes.
Something like that. Send us pictures. Do fun things. I don't know. Get involved. Interact. Be part of the team. Also, a special shout out to Kayla for joining the team. Kayla Buttons, thank you so much.
Yes.
She's hanging out. She's going to be, we're going to be some kind of active on social media. So stay tuned for that. Anyway, links. We got links.
Our links will be at the bottom of this thing.
Yeah, down there. It's all down there on the Twitch page. Also, during our Pokemon stream, you can check out those links on the bottom of the screen.
And be sure to stay tuned to our Facebook page on when our next episode is. It'll probably
likely next Monday.
Next Monday.
At the same great time, same great place, 6 p.m. next Monday.
8 p.m.
8 p.m. That's what I meant. Oh my God, no, you've ruined it.
I can do 6.
No, I can't. I like 8. All right, 8 p.m. next Monday. That's what I meant to say.
Cool.
6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. You know how it is. We usually rock EST though, everyone's standard time. That's what that stands for.
I don't know
EST is everyone's standard time.
Oh, okay, yes. Yeah,
and then CST is crazy stupid time.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, that's how it is, in case you guys ever wonder. That's what it officially stands for. Don't believe the media. Fake news. All right.
Great.
Have a good night, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Bye.